Hello viewers, today I'm going to be taking a look at a indie game that I just found on Steam. It's called Welcome to Boon Hill, and in the description it's described as an adventure graveyard simulator, which sounds kind of interesting. I'm gonna start a game. It's kind of interesting. They have a character select screen, and this is Boon Hill right here. So you can move around. I've already played a little bit of this, but not a whole lot. I've read a few of the epitaphs, and basically, as far as I know, that's the whole game. You wander around reading epitaphs and talking to a few NPCs, and piece together stories as you go. A half-finished gravestone. So far, all it reads is, "Today was a bad day to die. PKMO." There we go. So there's little interesting stories that you can figure out as you go. I've explored, I don't think I've explored quite all of the cemetery, and I've definitely haven't read all the gravestones yet. There's, in the description, that says there's a couple thousand of them, so talk to this NPC. "Welcome to Boon Hill. They say this graveyard is haunted, you know." Really? Do you always start conversations this way? Is it now? Oh, so we have a little bit of a choice here. I think I'll just go with the top one. It's a lot more interesting than hello. Well, that's true, I suppose. I wonder if she says something different every time. If anywhere is going to be haunted, it's here. Yeah, I guess. Well, let's see. Oh, okay. MX Corley, 1917 to 1995. Old people gotta make way for young people. That's the way it works. Yes, it is. I find this game kind of interesting because I've often gone into cemeteries and just to see the old gravestones and read epitaphs and things like that. Yes, what do you need? Nothing really, or so you can't help me find this person. Now, I don't know if you... In the Steam description, it does say that you start out and you have to find a certain person, but I'm not sure who that is or who I find out who that is. As I said, records are a bit shoddy. You'll just have to look if you can't find the grave in our records. Sorry. You know, I'm not quite sure. You can look through the records. Do you want to search through the records to find the gravestone you're looking for, or read about the history of Boon Hill? Are you sure? It's kind of long. I don't think we're gonna read the story right now, but I will just sort of explore a little bit. We'll read some epitaphs and talk to some NPCs. I really just like wandering around and reading things. The music's really nice. It's by a guy called Matthew Ritter, and I don't know if he's made anything else. I haven't really looked into it. I might, though, because this is pretty interesting. It's in a 16-bit style, which I'm kind of drawn to, because that's the sort of games I started out on. Cornelia Frump, question mark. Not gone, but forgotten. Cast a gold eye on life, on death. ... That's kind of ominous. And there's different grave sites and things that you can look at. There's different areas. There's this dirt area is this grass area. Now the music's gotten kind of creepy, actually. There's a lot of gravestones here. William Welt, 1844 to 1930, spent his days doing... doing what, I wonder? Must have kept busy. Bernice Creed, 1871 to 1953. After you lose enough children, you feel hollow, empty. Try and keep them safe. Each one is part of you. Yeah. Alvin Creed, 1870 to 1918. From Telegraph Hill, you can watch the most beautiful sunset. You can see how there's certain sections that have like a certain family too. I think this is one of them, and you can sort of piece together a story. Thelma Pace, 1887 to 2009. Blank also. That's kind of weird. Oh, got kind of stuck there for a minute. Milton Cropper, it 'tis a pity that good men's names are not remembered. 1888 to 1936. Well, I guess that's sort of true. You kind of remember the bad ones a lot of the time. Victoria Welt, 1903 to 1948. I longed for England and got pentage. Pentec? I'm not really sure what that means. Homer Galt, 1936 to 1989. Lee and Joanna Galt raised me well. Mistakes I made were my own. Oh, so I wonder what kind of mistakes he made. Maybe he's a convict or something, or he did some bad stuff. Oh, Goldie Galt, 1935 to 2004. The Morrigan Comes. Okay. Chester Galt, 1936 to 1983. My sister says the souls of the dead are carried on the backs of crows. Lately I feel those black birds are laughing at me. If you're reading this, they were. Clyde Wake, 1972 to 1998. How does one speak for the dead? Well, that's what the gravestones are for, I suppose. So that the dead can speak. So to, in a way, I guess. Calvin Wake, 1972 to 1983. May God look after the little lost children. I read the Steam description of this before I bought it, and just thought, the visuals look kind of nice, but then I was like, well, how much content could a game like this actually have? But I've been surprisingly, I kind of get lost in reading all these little epitaphs, and I can see myself sort of spending a lot of time on this game, surprisingly. Oh, you see, like this, I've never seen this before. Kyle Frazier, August 29, 1989 to October 17th to something. I guess they ran out of room. Darkness came and took my soul. Let it rot, let it go. Yeah, you see, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a gravestone like that in real life either, but... Ruth Wester, 1828 to 1910. Harton Creek's best teacher. Oh. Reuben Wester, 1830 to 1923. Buried with his favorite 45. Oh, man, that reminds me of something my dad told me one time, that he wants to be buried with his 45. That's cool. Some of these have little blades of grass in front of them. I'm not sure if that means anything. Juanetta Brickstone, 1952 to 1984, a legitimate businesswoman. That's it. Tyson Perry, 1957 to 1965. Wow, he didn't live long. What was that, 8 years? Mother's Day won't be the same. Yeah. Huh. That's a little depressing. So some lady's kid died. Zachary Perry, 1893 to 1952. Ouroboros. Amanda Brickstone, 1948 to 1975. Sail Beyond the Sunset. Yeah, so that's so far that's what you do, is go around talking to the few people that are in the cemetery and read the epitaphs and piece together little stories. I find it really interesting, actually. And I think it'll take quite a few hours to get to really read everything. Oh, you see, like this I haven't seen before. Stefan Schruber. Looks like January 27th, 1979 to was that June? No. August 15th, 1999. He accepted his fate. Oh. What the hell? Okay, I've definitely never seen this before. Oh! Oh, it's a guy in a suit, but he's got his back turned. I thought it was like a ghost or something. Some people are self-righteous even after they pass. Pah. Pah. So what does this grave say, I wonder? Michael Davis, December 13th, 1940 to March 4th. No date. Make sure it counts. Alright. I'll talk to you again. Pa. Okay, that's all you say, I guess. Oh. Well, that kind of freaked me out a little bit. There's a little water area here. Oh, that... I guess there's a bird sitting on the water. It just looks kind of weird. Like he's perched on the water. Nelson J. Crisp, 1893 to 1974. Don't test if I'm stayed crispy. Don't test if I've stayed crispy. Oh, because his last name's Crisp. Okay, I get it. I was like, did he, like... Is that someone's morbid sense of humor because he got, like, caught in a fire or something? Astrea upright unknown to 2800 BCE. Ugh orc nook nook. So this is a cave person supposedly, or someone from way before Christ. Okay, pretty old cemetery, I guess. Mary Ann Coultier and Eloise Coultier, 1846. Loving mother and innocent child together for eternity. Oh, that's depressing. Ugh. Ryan Bizek, all by himself over here evidently. 1872 to 1965, the Earth is a globe, so anywhere you stand is the top of the world. Huh. Oh, there's a lot of open space here. Huh. Whoa, over to the fence. There's actually a lot of sections here. I've never even been out this far. Oh, here we go. There's somebody. You ever take time to just sit and listen to the silence? I don't know. I prefer not to. I know the feeling. Oh, do I know the feeling? Oh, well. What's this little shack here? Caretaker shack. Items found in the graveyard will be moved to behind the shack. Oh, that's interesting. Are there any items behind the shack right now? Can I get inside the fence behind the shack? No. Can't. Oh. Some old wooden graves here in the corner. There's no shame, for under the ground we are all the same. Very true. This one just reads 1931. It's hard to read, but it seems to say Mary 1935. So yeah, that's welcome to Boon Hill. It's a neat little game, and it has a lot more depth to it than you would think. I mean, whenever I first played it, I was like, okay, I might spend a few minutes on this, and then just, you know, it would sit in my Steam library. But I think I'll actually be spending maybe quite a few hours on this, just going around and exploring and seeing what happens. And I might even try the girl character just to see if anything's different. So yeah, it's $4.99 on Steam, and I think it's worth it. It's interesting to see all the little stories, which is what the epitaphs are, and I think that's the whole point. So yeah, if you like this sort of game, it's kind of relaxing and creepy at the same time, go get it. See you next time.